Yes, I will admit that Kopar has good facilities. It will not be facilities that are so amazing that tenants will really, you're going to see a huge surge in tenants wanting to rent their place for the facilities to justify the higher maintenance fee, right? So District 11, I think the most prominent launch over there would be Kopar at Newton, okay, situated at Makeway Avenue right off Newton Circus. Developed by CL, 99-year leasehold is a government land sale. It was launched in April 2020. Expected TOP Q2 of 2024. Today is already 91.53% sold. Again, launching basically during the circuit breaker, not the most opportune time. Again, a development that is sort of a late bloomer, didn't get off to the best of starts, but you know what? Still did well for themselves. I guess they have an abundance of good schools to thank for that. We have ACS Junior, ACS Primary, Farrer Park, SJI, and St. Mark's, all within 1 km of Kopar at Newton. Again, right, scan the QR code if you need more details. So, Kopar at Newton, 378 units with 66 one-bedders, 54 two-bedders, the chunk of the units being 3-bedders, but 3-bedders coming in at, I'm not sure whether this is accurate. Yeah, but they have pretty small 3-bedders, they are 3-bedders compact. 4-bedders coming in at 1,518 square feet, followed by 5-bedders. Price point wise, they have right down to 2,200 PSF, up to 2,008, averaging out into 2,500 PSF. Primarily bought up by Singaporeans, 85%. So this is very, very similar to the percentage we've seen in District 10. Only 11% PRs and just 3% foreigners. Okay, now the 3 things we like and don't quite like about Kopar at Newton. The 3 things we like: number 1, the land is basically the old price tag. Alright, just to put things into perspective, the PSF land price, land cost for Kopar is lower than the OCR land cost for, I believe, Senaka Residences, right? That is going to launch very, very soon. And this is CCR versus OCR. And not that they are very, very far apart, they are quite close to one another. So, Kopar was the sale for Kopar was done in a very interesting period, right after, I believe it was the 2018. It was a bit the lull period in terms of launches or in terms of land sales, 2018 to 2019 thereabouts. The same period of time where Penrose was bought. So the land plots over there didn't garner a lot of bids. So the developer managed to get it at a good price. So even today, the PSF that you're looking at in Kopar and Newton is still pretty decent. And I mean, if you're looking at the 5-bedders, it's 2,300 PSF thereabouts. Very, very reasonable. Charge again with perspective to the OCR benchmark prices. Right, number 2, it's the number of units. Again, 378 may not seem like a lot, but there's a lot of small developments within District 11, especially in the Gilstead area, Derbyshire area, or even down Newton side. So 378 is considered quite decent for that area. So good transactions, and good number of facilities as well, which is why I have that bonus over there. Not sure if you guys know, if you do analyze the District 11 area down Bukit Timah, the smaller developments definitely won't have a tennis court. So actually having a tennis court over there is quite rare and quite sought after, so to speak. It's not just one client. I believe I've heard like at least 3 to 4 clients mentioning the fact that Kopar has a tennis court, being one of the reasons why they like Kopar. Okay, next up, number 3 will be the entry quantums over there. So The area over here, Kopar and Newton, this Newton Novena area, because of the fact that it is so near all the good schools, the demand is actually very, very high in the resale market. We wouldn't jump into that too much. We have showed you how we will analyze that earlier using the Avenue example. But yeah, the entry quantums is actually very, very sensitive over here, especially for 3 bedrooms, right? Especially for 3 bedrooms. So because the 3 bedrooms over here again are built smaller as compared to the 3 bedrooms in the area, and at a very decent PSF, I believe in the resale market they will do very, very well. Okay, and because you want to buy a 3-bedder there in the resale market, number one, the supply is not even a lot, and number two, the price is actually pretty high and coming quite close to where we are entering at today for Kopar already. I think Kopar now also, I don't think got 3 bedrooms left for sale anyway. So,
hello, sorry to interrupt. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for watching the video and also to share why we do what we do. Is to empower consumers with hard facts and figures, quality research and real-life examples to allow them to make the most informed property decisions. So if you found our videos useful, the only thing we ask for is for you to smash that like and subscribe button so that the YouTube algorithm can push out our videos to more consumers. Thank you, and back to the video.
So, the 3 things we don't quite like, right? Number one would be the traffic noise. I think it's the number one biggest complaint, and perhaps the number one biggest reason why some people totally write Kopar off at the start. They never even consider it, right? Beside the flyover, Newton Circus. So traffic noise like that is something that unfortunately you will have to deal with unless of course you buy the other facing. Number two, amenities. So this is something that I noticed being quite a bit of a complaint, especially for upgraders that want to move there. People actually are looking at the unit for own stay. So while you may be saying, how can the amenities not good? It's beside the MRT, it's beside Newton Circus, the food center, right? You don't really go to a place like Newton Circus to eat every day, even though I think still quite reasonable in terms of the spread. They don't really have any like supermarkets or markets in the vicinity. So, but then again, this is also quite common in terms of if you want to stay in the CCR, they don't have wet markets. Don't really have wet markets in the CCR to begin with. The supermarkets tend to be a bit of a drive away, but that is a complaint I get quite a lot, because actually if you look at Kopar and Newton, there is quite a fair bit of HDB upgraders or people that move out from the OCR to Kopar, right? People that are very used to excellent amenities, take leave, go down, got kopitiam, got mama shop, can buy things already. Now have to drive to go and buy things, okay? Number three, maintenance fees for small units, all right? So in comparison, so for the 1-bedder at Kopar, you'll be looking at almost about $400 in terms of maintenance fees. But if you look at Resale, for example, the 1-bedders over there have a maintenance fee $320, I believe, $320. Yeah, $320, $25 for Orwell, and Revere is also less than $400 lah. So if you're looking for investment, to buy it as an investment, that's something that you got to think about. High maintenance fees. Because if people compare across the developments, right, they won't care which development has the highest maintenance fee, right? So unless you have something extremely spectacular in terms of facilities, while yes, I will admit that Kopar has good facilities, it will not be facilities that are so amazing that tenants will really, you're going to see a huge surge in tenants wanting to rent that place for the facilities to justify the higher maintenance fee, right? But then again, which is a bit funny how they have split it. They have made the maintenance fee for the larger units very, very affordable. So your 5-bedders maintenance fee is just $640. So think about it. The 5-bedders are essentially I think the 5-bedders there are 3 point something million, so it's almost like 3 times the price, like, if you can think about it that way. 3 times the price, but they pay $200 more in terms of maintenance fee only, and for $640, it is very close to just like normal 2-bedder or 3-bedder maintenance fee for slightly older CCR condos. So conclusion is, right, you want to buy here and you want to get good value for money in terms of maintenance fee, then you buy the bigger units. But for the smaller units, it's just something to take note of, okay? So why, again, right, we aren't overly concerned with the 99-year leasehold in a freehold area for Kopar and Newton. So for this one, I wouldn't really show you the example. You can check out our video on profitable developments in the CCR. For that, we talked a lot about the example of Rochelle and Newton, even Amaryllisville. So we do have very good backup support, right? Basically, guys that have been there and done that and done pretty well for themselves. Actually, that case study that we did, the 99 years in this area actually beat out the freehold developments in this area. So, so on that note, the 99 years in the freehold area really isn't a concern for us over here.